Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web. And RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
And DFWCatholic.org, spreading the truth, one city at a time.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. Michael Voris here, filling in for Vic Faust. Before we get started today, just a quick heads up that we're posting one of our episodes of The One True Faith for free viewing this week. It's entitled Catholic Traitors, and you can get to it by clicking on the link that says The One True Faith right below me, right down there. It's a searing examination of what has gone wrong with Catholic education in America and why. Remember, it's free for the whole week. Now to the news. First up today, the Orthodox and Catholic faiths inch closer. The Russian Orthodox Church and the Roman Catholic Church are making progress towards healing their 1,000-year-old rift. That's according to a senior Russian official ahead of President Dmitry Medvedev's first visit to the Vatican. He will not invite Pope Benedict to make a historic visit to Russia, however, when the two meet on Thursday, because he believes that church heads should take the initiative. Visits by Russian leaders to the Holy See in the past have failed to help heal the rift between the churches, but new hopes have emerged since Patriarch Kirill took over after the death of his predecessor, Alexei II, last December. Nuns pay for child abuse. The Irish Sisters of Mercy will have to pay nearly $200 million in damages for decades of child abuse in its schools and orphanages in Ireland. The Sisters of Mercy said the cash and property was, quote, reparation for the suffering of children while in residential institutions within mercy care, end quote. The order was condemned in an Irish government report entitled The Ryan Report, which examined decades of child abuse at the hands of Catholic religious. The Irish Sisters of Mercy, in company with the Irish Christian Brothers, were two of the principal religious orders named in the report as being the most abusive. The report described the Mercy Order's tolerating of physical and sexual abuse of girls in its care in Ireland. Cardinal Egan dismisses a sex abuse report. The Diocese of Bridgeport, Connecticut is revealing that retired New York Archbishop Cardinal Edward Egan, while Bishop of the Connecticut Diocese, characterized the number of alleged abuse victims as insignificant when seen in the context of a diocese of 360,000 Catholics. In a deposition, an attorney asked Egan about the claims of 19 individuals that they had been molested by priests. The attorney asked the cardinal if he thought that was significant. In a very cavalier manner, the cardinal answered, quote, I do not consider that a significant segment or factor, end quote. The lawyer then asked the bishop, would you agree with me, Bishop Egan, that if one person, one individual, has been affected by the sexual abuse of a clergy member when that person was a child, then that's far too many to accept in any diocese? The bishop answered, it would not be a significant portion of the diocese. Your question was a significant portion of the diocese. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Support RealCatholicTV.com. Spread the faith and buy great Christmas presents for your family and friends all at the same time. Visit the RealCatholicTV.com shop for copies of our premium programs. Learn more about your faith with great videos such as The One True Faith or St. Michael's Basic Training. Be strengthened with talks by powerful speakers such as Michael Voris, Father Edward Perrone, and Dr. Robert Fastigi. As well as DVDs, CDs, books, and more, you can also buy gift subscriptions to RealCatholicTV.com. Know someone who would enjoy RealCatholicTV.com? Well, buy a subscription for them. It's quick and it's easy.
More than 500 people in Oregon have filed court claims alleging Jesuit priests sexually abused them as children. The claims against the Jesuits span decades and range from Native Alaskan children to students at Spokane's Gonzaga Preparatory School. A federal judge overseeing the Chapter 11 reorganization, that's bankruptcy, of the Jesuit province in Oregon set a November 30th deadline for people to file their claims. The organization includes Jesuits in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Alaska. The Jesuits already have settled 200 additional sex abuse claims. And finally today, gay transmission of AIDS is gaining pace. China is warning that homosexual transmission of AIDS is gaining pace and called for a health authority nationwide to step up prevention work. Quote, sexual contact continues to be the main channel of transmission, with the speed of homosexual transmission clearly increasing, end quote. That from the health minister of China. This is a new situation, he says, that we need to pay attention to. China has not been hit as hard by the HIV/AIDS epidemic as many other nations, but the disease did first gain ground among illegal drug users and sex workers. But homosexuals, as the report says, are rapidly becoming the main means by which it is spread among the Chinese population. I'm Michael Voris. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure and check out The Vortex, where we talk about why the time for talk has come to an end. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please be sure and tell your friends about us. God bless.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium. CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world. CatholicUnderground.com, the podcast about our Catholic faith and new media.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.